Bye.
If you had a job where you come to work and people clap for you, it would change your entire mood.
We don't have any plans at the moment to do PC.
Or you can grow a conscience in the next 5 minutes and see where that takes you.
Don't this hit make my people wanna stop? Don't this hit make my people wanna stop? Don't this hit make my people wanna stop?
Watch the series finale of X-Men next Saturday morning. Check your local listing.
What the hell going on?
Oh, we heard tale of a party. Gangnam Style. Gangnam Style.
There can be only one magical Negro.
Como el Ziggy, que llama que buena baila usted a la vuelta, papi, otra vez llegó los negros de...
It won't take long when there's a song to help you set the pace.
Howling hard from the heart.
This is pathetic.
Where we used to live.
Life could be worse.
This is the worst.
This is the worst.
This is the worst.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime gal.
Ai, menina, mina, chega aí. Ai, menina, mina, chega aí. Vai, quebra, tem mais, vai. Menina, chega aí. Vai, olha, danado. Eita!
And the Disney stock just keeps going down and down and down.
I'm bag of pixie dust. Contraband.
They're going to do the Mary Poppins thing. They're going to do it. They're going to do it.
Magic mirror on the wall. The fairest one of all.
Oh, bitch, you killed Kenny.
Kenny.
You fat hoe.
I get it. I'm not persecuted. I'm just an ass.
All right. Well, hello, everyone. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world watching this show here, also known as the Spice Lounge, where we let loose. When I say we, I mean me and my amazing chat. All the spicy commentary, hot takes with what's popping off this week in pop culture, and maybe something we forgot about last week, but just didn't get a chance to get to it. But I tell you, as usual, we have a packed show for you today. We've got some news about one of our superheroes that we really need to talk about. So we're going to talk about that. We're also going to be talking about Afroman. If you know, you know. Apparently, he got some sweet victory in court. And it is the most American AF thing I've ever seen. So we are going to be talking about that. We're also going to be doing a EFAP of the Spider-Man A Brand New Day trailer. I have not seen it yet. So I'm going to EFAP it because Sony is asshole, as you all know. And Buffy Reboot. Why is a good thing it's dead? Reina was right. It needs to stay dead. And we're also going to talk about how Reina was right, how your girl was right about the Oscars. But I got a little inside baseball to talk with y'all about when it comes to that. So stay tuned. So glad you're all here, coming in here between YouTube and X. Let's run through and see who's here before we get the party off and popping. We have got Tom, one of my amazing mods from the Reina Creole mod squad here in the chat. Says hi there. And Erica, another one of my amazing mods as well. Actually, Erica and Tom on a couple of our shows. Hit the likes on your way in, friends. Yes, indeed, because hitting that like is your price of admission. Helps me out, helps the channel out, helps get your girl out there, because your girl is a happy pop culture warrior out here in the street. But I won't hesitate to throw verbal hands if I need to. What I mean. I see Linda in the chat. Hello, my dear. Good to see you. I also see the amazing Boston scenario. Stitcher badness level is really high today. Oh God, I just heard something and it sounded like glass hitting carpet. Anyway, it's all good. He's living up to his name. Also, check out some of the amazing banging shorts I've had on my channel. Of course, some with Paulie, also some with Guy Scar as well. Gotta check it out. My boy Aldo is doing an amazing job. Afroman deserved to win. Yes, he did. And we're going to talk about that because it's important. It's very important. On the level of 2 Live Crew, important. If you know, you know. Because as you know, some people tend to forget what satire is and what fair use is and get all up in their feelings and their, panties in a twist. We're going to talk about that because, man, it's so wonderful. Hey, Brian Acosta, good to see you. I see Izzo's place here as well. Good seeing you, my dear. Good seeing you. I have Nita in the chat. It says, hi, all. Hello. Dylan is here. Good to see you, my dear. Greatest Avengers team there. Oh, yeah, in the intro. Yeah, Spider-Man. Visit Batman. It's off the chain. Echo/tin can sound to your mic today. Huh. I sound a little hollow. Okay. Picking up an ambient mic and not the mic in front of her. It actually is my mic. It may be time for me to say goodbye to this mic. I've had it for two years. When I first started, I had a little condenser mic because I didn't think this YouTube thing was going to take off. And then after about 2 years of that, I bought this mic, and you know what? I think it may be time to put it out to pasture, because or it's StreamYard's fault, because all my settings are to this mic, so it may be maybe StreamYard's fault. I'll blame StreamYard. I'll blame them for everything. I don't know. Let me try something here. This is gonna be fun. Okay, can you hear me now? Okay, I'm gonna flip the switch. Can you hear me now? That's number 3. Can you hear me now? That's number 2. Hear me now? That's number 1. Let's see. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, Erica. I love it, love it, love it. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And let's see. Let's see. Can you hear me now? Good. You have to tell me which one it was. Was it 4, 3, 2, or 1? So let me know which one it is. Sure you don't have too much. Yes. My webcam mic is disabled. 2 for you? Okay. It's a live show. We're having fun. Y'all are my guinea pigs. 1 and 3 sounded, oh my gosh. 1 and 3 sounded bad. I may have to do a test reel. Either that or my mic is trying to tell me, all right, I need to be retired. You were asking too much of me. I have fried a computer. Y'all remember that? I fried my mini streaming computer. It just it gave up the ghost on me. We're talking a CPU temperature of 70 C. Yes, on the regular. That thing wasn't coming back. That thing was not coming back. Okay, well, this is on 4. Somebody said 2. Someone said 3. Okay, I'm on 4. So you know what? Let me see. Okay, I'm gonna try 3 for a little bit. Spice Lounge was too spicy. Yeah, it couldn't handle it. Well, speaking of spicy, let's get started, of course, with the hot topics. And why is one of my tabs this? Okay, it's not disappearing. All right, here we go. Here we go. And StreamYard, you keep taking away my background. Freaking get on my nerves. Coming to us from TMZ exclusive. Chuck Norris has been hospitalized after a medical emergency in Hawaii. Now, first of all, best wishes and prayers for a speedy recovery. And I don't know if I should give a speedy recovery to whatever happened to the hospital, or a speedy recovery to Chuck Norris. And I say that very, very tongue in cheek, because if you know the meme, you know, can't nothing take Chuck Norris down. You know, like the first person says a medical emergency has been hospitalized after a run-in with Chuck Norris. If you know the meme, you know the meme. Chuck Norris once told a woman to calm down, and she did. I have such a great sense of humor. I think that's hilarious. Sources say the hospital is expected to make a full recovery. Hawaii has been hospitalized after a medical emergency in Chuck Norris. I tell you, the comments in this post do not disappoint. And for some of you who you get all up in your feelings and you're like, how dare you make light of such a thing? This is a dude who used to, do martial arts with Bruce Lee. Okay. And Chuck also tells that story about how their kids, Chuck Norris's kids and Brandon Lee will be like, well, my dad's Chuck Norris. Well, my dad is Bruce Lee. But yeah, Chuck is like super, super tough. That's the meme. But Chuck Norris has been hospitalized in Hawaii, TMZ has learned. Sources with direct knowledge, I'm inclined to believe TMZ because TMZ has, well, except for Harvey, TMZ is hooked up better than the CIA at times, honestly. They know. So some medical emergency occurred in the last 24 hours on the island of Kauai that landed Chuck in the hospital. We do not know the nature of the emergency. However, we are told Chuck is in good spirits. So here's what I'm thinking. Okay, so he was training on the island. Friend of Chuck's was on the phone with him, and we're told Chuck was in good spirits and cracking jokes. I think Chuck overdid it, which is hard for me to picture. Hard for me to picture that, but I think it's something that like Chuck did. He didn't expect it. Something, probably something like that. Because he's 89. No, sorry, 86. I don't care.
I don't age. I level up.
Wow. He's fake. Chuck is gonna be fine. Much prayers. Chuck is gonna be fine. Chuck needs to be fine. Chuck, the Gen Xers, we need you to be fine. Just saying. That's why we're acting like that. Nita says, "LOL, that's too funny." Yeah, it's a shock. This just shows you how we react. Dylan says, "Best wishes to the legend. He is up there in age." 3, the hospital needed Chuck Norris because it had a medical emergency. Absolutely. The medical emergency was hospitalized after a near Chuck experience. CJ says Chuck Norris is an urban legend at this point. If people don't get that it's jokes, it's on them. Yes, absolutely. Completely on them. Completely on him. Get out your feelings. Have some fun and laugh. Hawaii has a lot of snakes. Yeah, it does. He ate too many. Hey, Steel Leg, good to see you. Good to see you. Please do relax. Enjoy yourself. Gotta relax with that. Be careful. Take care of yourself. I don't think age has a fighting chance with Chuck. Neither do I. Hey, Apollonie's Minion. How you doing? Monkey Jiva says snakes in Hawaii are dangerous because there are poisonous coral snakes. Ooh. Yeah, I've seen coral snakes in like a zoo. Yeah, they're like, don't mess with coral snakes. Hey, Keely, good seeing you. Good morning from Hong Kong. Well, good morning to y'all the way out there. Different gens talking about Chuck Norris news. Let's see. He sent me something. Let me look. Let's see here. Oh, man. I've been doing this show for such a long time with the same folks for such a long time who've been mods and in the chat. They know exactly what I'm looking for, and they pull it up. Oh my gosh, check this out.
This is in the hospital? That's impossible. Why is that impossible? Because medicine needs Chuck Norris to feel better. I mean, the flu has to get Chuck Norris shots. And Chuck Norris built the hospital he was born in. Then he slapped the doctor and drove his mother home. What? Chuck Norris can kill 2 stones with 1 bird. And ghosts tell Chuck Norris stories. Chuck Norris never even flushes a toilet. Ew, why? Because he scares the shit out of it. When the boogeyman goes to sleep, He checks his closet for Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris can slam a revolving door and hear sign language. Bruh, this guy is 86 years old. Chuck Norris doesn't age. He levels up. But hold on. When he cuts onions, the onions cry. Hold on. Did you know Chuck Norris destroyed the periodic table? Stop! 'Cause he only recognizes the element of surprise. It says this guy is just an actor from the 1900s. Yeah. Then why is it impossible for him to be in the hospital? Because nothing can kill him. Yeah. And once he found out nothing can kill him, he tracked down nothing and killed him first. I'm done.
That is so true. That is so true. I love it. I love it. Once again, Chuck Norris, get well soon, because dude, we need you. We need you. We need you. Hey, Chef Nation. How you doing? Good evening, beautiful people. I have read Buffy, new Sunnydale, and boy, did we dodge a new so-called Hellmouth. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that. Yeah, I got a special attachment to the show, and I'm gonna talk about, which is why I'm just like, no, y'all not doing this for Buffy. And Keely says the Grim Reaper is too afraid of Chuck Norris paying a visit. You got that right. 100%. Okay, so tell me if anybody remembers this little banger. Know this song from Jay and Silent Bob. The thing is, I knew this song before Jay and Silent Bob. And I think the story went that they contacted Afroman and he got on the soundtrack and the song blew up even bigger than that. But I knew about Because I Got High for the longest freaking time. It was one of those where it's just like, it's the hip hop version of a nonsense song. Right up there with Biz Markie's Just a Friend. Same. Yep. Classic banger. Damn, I haven't heard that in a while. Absolutely. Blast from the past. I remember kids singing the song in school. Yup. And some of the lines you couldn't say and so get in trouble. I was gonna go to work, but then I got Tom says me and my brother were singing that way before Jay. Same. We knew this banger. I have yet to see Jay and Silent Bob. The closest for me was her cameo in Scream 3. Jay and Silent Bob movie was actually funny. It was actually funny. I enjoyed it. The lemon cake lawsuit. Yes, it is the lemon cake lawsuit. We ain't bringing that blasphemy in here. No. No. This was before that. Way before that. Anna thinks she can still get Afroman on the Jack show, even though she insulted Kevin Smith. What is she smoking? Not gonna work, Anna. That's the only song my mom would let me sing in the car on full blast. This song is so old school. Yes, it is. My relatives are the embodiment of too high to work for sure. That's coming from Nina. And now I have a mass craving for lemon pound cake. I'm telling you, this song is the bomb. And I have to give props to friend to the channel and fellow Gator. Oh, wait. No, I think it was Miami. No, it's Gator. I'm sorry if I got it wrong, Andrew. Andrew from Leap, also known as the Legal Mindset. Verdict is in. Afroman full victory with no claims going to any of the Adams County Sheriff's plaintiffs. Total courtroom win for Afroman. Solid news for the First Amendment protections of free speech, parody, artistic creation, and fans of Lemon Pound Cake. This is the most American photo I have ever seen. and I love it. And of course, the reason this case is so important. Afroman, these cops came to his house, kicked in the door. He actually has a song called, had one, "Will You Help Me Repair My Door?" Because this is what they did. And the cops sued him for defamation because Afroman used all of the security clips from what these people did. And they claim that because Afroman put out this song, I'll find the lemon cake. I'll find the lemon cake song. I'm gonna try to see if I can find the lemon cake song. I don't know. I can't play all the lemon cake song, but but because he did that, fair use, the cops got butthurt and sued him. Yeah, exactly. But here's "Will You Help Me Repair My Door?" And that is footage from when, because Afroman had CCTV like in his house, and don't you know the cops cut the video cameras in his house? Yeah, yeah, that's what he did. He put that song up, and people were just giving him money. They were just giving him money for it. Because think about it. These cops just rolled up in there. They had no reason to do any of this. Afroman wasn't at home, but I believe his wife was. Well, his then wife, because I think they're divorced now. But this is what these fools went and these fools went and did. They, they the sheriff, they look like such clowns. Seriously. Well, let's switch over here for for a little bit. Afroman prevails in police raid lawsuit over lemon pound cake video. This comes from USA Today. Because I Got High, rapper Afroman won the lawsuit filed by Ohio deputies over his use of police raid footage in the music videos Lemon Pound Cake and the one we just saw a bit of, "Will You Help Me Repair My Door?" So rapper Afroman won a 3-day-long trial in Ohio after law enforcement sued him for using real footage of police in a pair of viral music videos. And yes, Lemon Pound Cake will move on. Show a snippet of that in a little bit. He says, "I didn't win, America won." And that's the point. The Grammy-nominated rapper, real name Joseph Foreman, told Cincinnati's WCPO9 News outside the courthouse Wednesday, that would be yesterday, March 18th, moments after the verdict, America still has freedom of speech. It's still for the people, by the people. The verdict comes 3 years after Adams County Sheriff's deputies filed the butthurt lawsuit after Afroman's music videos, Will You Help Me Repair My Door, and Lemon Pound Cake used footage from a 2022 police raid on his home. The trial for the case kicked off on Monday, March 16th. So I'm gonna play a little bit of it because I may have to mute one part, but here we go. Oh, maybe not yet. Okay, let's keep going. I don't want to get claimed by Afroman. That's all they found. Oh my God. They deserve to be clowned. They deserve to be freaking clowned for this. But listen to a little bit more. A little bit more. And then I have to find Afroman in his own words after the verdict. I'm telling you, it is. Don't be surprised if the White House XP clips some of this stuff. Oh my God. I didn't know how much I needed this. Oh, Chef Nation says, I got to play this song at work when we sell 11 pound cake. Absolutely. Oh my gosh. It has other songs about the cops that are vicious. I haven't heard the other ones. Like I said, I haven't kept up really with Afroman. I just know from the song Because I Got High. And I've seen him in a couple of things in the press, but seeing that tweet from Andrew, a legal mindset, I'm like, what American is I freaking don't know what, I tell you. Steel Leg says he's a great artist. Love his music. Yeah, I love Afroman. Daddy just chill out. Well, on purpose. Well, there's a reason for that. Just listen to you know what? Listen to Dr. Green Thumb by Cypress Hill. And then listen to Because I Got High. True story. I listen to a lot of Cypress Hill. That's a darn shame. I did. It helped me study. I don't know why. Just did. Hey, Ryan, how you doing? Yep, those cops effed around and found out. Yes, they did. Yes, they did indeed. I mean, public record. Well, it was his own, own recordings, but you don't have the right to not be offended. And that's what it comes down to. You have the SJWs freaking out, going this woke, that, blah, 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 blah. You got the Skittles Nation folks getting mad about Dave Chappelle making trans jokes and things like that. You do not have the right to not be offended. Build a bridge and get over that nonsense. Afroman brings 2000s era nostalgia. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Afroman's lawyer made the female cop cry on the stand by showing her the video. This is the perfect segue, actually. So this is from Quad Carl over on X. Got to give props to him for this. Turn my bad times into good time. Lawyer asks Afroman if he'll stop talking about the cops who raided home. So I'm just going to let this play.
What they did, searching your house, gave you the right to do everything you
Under
did.
the circumstance that I got freedom of speech, after they run around my house with guns and kick down my door, I got the right to kick a can in my backyard, use my freedom of speech, turn my bad times into a good time. Yes, I do. And I think I'm a sport for doing so.
Abso-freaking-lutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. And the fact that he's got, again, this big afro, and he's got the American flag literally draped on it, makes it. This is the difference between Americans, and dare I say it, yeah, I'm gonna say it anyway. The difference between Americans and everywhere else. You don't infringe on the freedoms that our ancestors died and bled for. You can't pee on our leg and tell us it's raining. That First Amendment is protected by the Second. So don't get it twisted. We will use that. That First Amendment is paid for in sweat, blood, and treasure. We take it very, very seriously. Very seriously. Let's move on.
Because I don't go to their house, kick down their doors, flip them off on their surveillance cameras, then try to
what? They flipped them? Oh, hell no. Oh, they flipped them off on his own security cameras.
How to play the victim and sue them.
You were at Lisa Phillips's deposition, correct?
Yes, sir.
In your lawyer's office?
Yes, sir.
Same office where you filmed part of that video last Friday?
Yes, sir.
It is probably killing him just to say, why are you asking me stupid questions you already know the answer to? But you got to have it on the court record, I guess.
And you saw how upset she was when she was answering your lawyer's questions about how this had affected her, right?
Yes, yes.
And you saw your attorney say, do we need to take a break?
Yes.
And you saw her say, no, let's go on and get this over with.
Yes, sir.
You saw all that.
Yes.
You knew she was upset.
Just like she knew I was upset when she was standing in front of my kids with an AR-15 with her hand around the trigger ready to shoot me. Just like she knew I was upset when she cut my camera.
Yep. And I don't know if it's on lemon pound cake or was it in the video that I dropped in my mod chat? Because I'm only probably going to be able to play the first 8 count. I'll show it at the end of the show tonight. I think it's in that video where she's got the AR-15 aimed at his kids. These people got some nerve.
Around the trigger ready to shoot me, just like she knew I was upset when she cut my cameras. But I'm not a person, she is. So I'm sorry for being a victim. Let's talk about the predators.
Damn. And he is calm, cool, and freaking collected. I love it. Because this is where you get in that spot where somebody's already done so much stuff to you that you have zero bleeps to give because you know you're in the right. And these people expect you to just roll over and not fight back. And you shouldn't be worried about the person yelling at you. Be worried about the person over here who's as cool as the other side of the pillow, very polite, asking you very pointed questions and giving you very direct responses. Freaking amazing. Yep, Charles, my father served 30 years in the United States Army and fought for these freedoms. Absolutely. And God bless your father for his service. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's good Afroman did not do the angry black man. Yeah, there's a lot of different ways to display anger. But it's like you gotta read the room. Just let them know it's behind here, but I'm looking really, really cool right now. You know, really cool. Use my words. Let's talk about the predator. Let's talk about it.
Okay. So you saw all that. You saw how upset she was. You heard the testimony about her children. You heard the testimony at the depositions about Randy Newland's daughter who came home upset. You heard all that, but you're still posting stuff about
Yeah,
it.
because I understand it was Randy's fault and all of their fault for coming in my house in the first place.
Again. I'm just going to show you this real quick. Go look that up on YouTube. Go look it up. Go look it up. Don't have any kids in the room, okay? That's Randy right there and his wife. Just saying. Just saying.
So if they hadn't came to my house, their children wouldn't be saying nothing. None of this would be going home if they did their research and did things right. So all of this is their fault. And now they want to sue me for their mistake.
You know it's bad. The lawyers that quiet. Not even the standard. No further question. Just okay. I gotta think of something. I gotta think of something here. I gotta think of something. Yeah, my grandfather was in World War II. Uncle died in Vietnam. Dad, 20 years in Army. Brother, close to 30 years in the Army. Nephew, Army mom. So yeah, my family served and died for this country. Absolutely. God bless your family. God bless your family from a very, very grateful nation. My buddy sent me that one. Oh, okay. I played that one. So my mods have seen it. My mods have seen it. I was, oh my goodness. I'm glad I didn't have my makeup on yet when I saw that. Okay, let's finish up here.
Is there anything that could change your mind about what you're doing to these deputies?
Is there anything that can change my mind about the fact that they shouldn't have been at my house in the first place? Is there anything that can change my mind about how my money shouldn't have been touched in the first place? No.
That's all the questions I have.
You're welcome.
You should have figured that out long before that. But anyway, yeah. Afroman, not just a win for Afroman, just like you said, a win for America, a win for free speech. Can't sue just because you butthurt. Like I said, watch for the White House X feed. Their next video is probably going to have Afroman in it. I want to see the anime version of Afroman. That's what I want to see. All right, so let's get on over here to this teaser trailer. Coming to us from the Hollywood Reporter, Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer. Tom Holland's Peter Parker teams up with Bruce Banner and Punisher. I do not want to freaking see Mark Ruffalo. I don't. I don't. He sucks as the Hulk. Ed Norton will always be the Hulk. Then again, if Mark Ruffalo would just keep his freaking mouth shut, maybe I could stand him in movies. Anyway, but John Bernthal as a Punisher, yeah, I like seeing it. Anyway. So, first trailer has been released for Spider-Man Brand New Day. It's been a long 5-year wait for the new Spider-Man film starring Tom Holland as the web slinger, and below is the first look. The trailer released by Sony on Wednesday shows the superhero enlisting Mark Ruffalo's Bruce Banner and John Bernthal's Punisher as Peter Parker attempts to stitch his life back together after the events of the multiverse mashup No Way Home. Parker is also enduring mysterious physical challenges due to hitting a crux point in the spider life cycle. So I'll run the trailer in a little bit, but I did see No Way Home, which I did like. I wasn't going to go see the movie because I did not like any of the other previous. I do not like MCU Spider-Man. I do not like him running around yelling, Mr. Stark, Mr. Stark, Mr. Stark. I'm like, no, that was not Peter Parker. But they fixed that in No Way Home. And so I had to go see it to see if Andrew Garfield was going to show up because he kept like dodging the question. And I said, he's so going to show up in the movie. And he did. And I was like, okay, that's nice for all of y'all. That, Andrew Garfield's in it. Okay, whatever. And then Tobey Maguire showed up and I lost my crap. So I actually liked it. I did like No Way Home. Did I like Zendaya? I could take her, leave her. She was all right. I mean, she seems to trigger some folks, but she doesn't for me. I really could care one way or the other. But I have not seen this teaser trailer, so I need to EFAP because again, Sony is an asshole. So if there's parts missing from this segment of the show, you know why? Because I got claimed.
I can't believe our first hit MIT. MJ, come on, pretend like you're not the happiest you've ever been in your entire life.
Oh, that's cute. He's got it on his phone, which would make sense because MJ, who y'all couldn't at least made her redhead. I mean, that bothered the crap out of me during this whole film was MJ not being a redhead. I got problems with that. But anyway, it's cute. He's got the videos, of course, because MJ doesn't, all of his friends, they don't know who he is. And MJ especially doesn't know who he is. So that's kind of heartbreaking. I thought so.
I can't.
I knew it!
That's a nice visual. Because one of the things that I love about the Spider-Man movies is that it captures the feeling of, the panels in the comic where you see him, hanging upside down and you see him, he just falls off the building and goes down so he can just start web slinging through New York. It's that feeling. That's what we got like in the Spider-Man films, especially if you've been on the Amazing Spider-Man attraction at Universal Orlando. Yeah, where you get to swing through New York with Spider-Man. It is such an incredible feeling. Okay, that's a nice shot. Maybe I missed something, but I don't think I've ever seen a shot like this of him behind the mask like that. Although they did it in Iron Man, and then they did it in Ironheart, and of course, well, they did it with War Machine, but that made sense. And if it wasn't for Sony, this film would be complete ass. Seriously.
Hi, my name is Peter Parker. You don't remember me, but we used to know each other. Something bad was going to happen, and
Yeah, because the friends don't know him. That's so sad. Well, if he wasn't trying to get all his friends in the same college, then none of this would have happened in the first place. Just saying.
the only way to stop it was to make everyone forget about me. Because I'm not just Peter Parker.
Every time I see him with the mask off, I keep thinking I'm going to see Tobey Maguire. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm
not sorry.
Spider-Man.
Nice. That's a nice one. Oh, that's gonna hurt. That's
The hell, Frank?
That's the Punisher. I'm sick and tired of you people trying to make the Punisher quote unquote problematic. Oh my god. Okay. That's a rant for another time. Now keep trying to make some superheroes into women. It's not how it works.
With the van!
Put your whip Suit yourself.
That's pretty nice. Oh, okay. Okay. That's definitely a Spider-Man move. Watch it out!
And sometimes Spider-Man has to do the hard thing, even if it breaks Peter Parker's heart.
Interesting he says that, because if you've read the comics, you know that's always a conflict with Peter Parker. Doing what he has to do for a superhero and then doing what he has to do as Peter Parker. And so many times he winds up putting himself last, which is why it was such a big deal when he asked MJ to marry him. And I remember Stan Lee wrote a whole column. Yes, he used to write columns in the comics where he was just like, you know what? He said, Peter Parker, he's done so much. He's always out there being the hero. He deserves to have this win for himself. And I was so stoked about that. I bought the comic book. It had Spider-Man and had MJ in the front. She had her wedding dress on and the gates were gone. Okay, anyway. All right. Yes, I do actually own that comic. I need to
What is happening to me?
Okay, so is he... Sorry, my allergies drive me nuts. So why does this seem like the storyline in, I think, Iron Man 2, where Tony Stark got like the poisoning from the arc reactor because he had to modify it? This seems like the same thing, but okay, maybe it's a little different. I don't know. Oh god. Okay, that's weird. And I can't be the only one who was thinking the same thing, but anyway.
Excuse me, Dr. Banner.
I can't freaking stick. Isn't there another scientist? Can't you find Tony Stark? What does he have? Oh, that's the contraption to keep him in Bruce Banner. He's a lousy Bruce Banner. He will never be Bruce Banner. Never. Never, ever. Never, ever. Ed Norton, I miss you so much. Yeah, exactly. Where's freaking Reed Richards? Why would he be going to Bruce Banner? Okay, I'm asking too many questions. I'm asking too many nerd questions, right? Too bad. I'm gonna ask these freaking questions.
I need your help.
What did you say your name was? If DNA is mutating.
Okay, so he's going through a mutation. Okay. Like the gamma rays mutated Bruce Banner's blood. Is that what we're gonna? I'm asking these questions, folks.
It would be enormously dangerous.
And he's so freaking smug. I mean, Bruce Banner was never smug like that. It's Aunt May.
Spiders have 3 life cycles. When between cycles,
Why does that sound like Keith David? Sound like Keith David.
it can leave the spider vulnerable to threats.
That's got to be freaking Keith David. Is he in this movie? Okay. Is he?
We are faced with a danger that we can't control. One we can't even see. Stay out of my way.
Okay.
You're losing it, kid.
Why does it look like that dude had an appendage like Doc Ock? Or am I seeing things?
You're losing it, kid.
And for those spiders who make it through,
The New York Jets, don't they? No, the Giants. No. Giants play at the Meadowlands, right? Okay, not the Jets. Okay.
it amounts to a kind of
I'm gonna back this up a little bit. Okay, wrong scene. There's another one where it looks like they did a No Way Home, where it looks like they erased somebody who was going to be in it. We fight ninjas now? Okay. That's pretty cool how he broke his sword. Were they in prison? That looks like prison. So why are there ninjas in a prison? Oh, okay, I guess we'll find out. That was a dope move.
rebirth.
This is the one I'm talking about. I saw a picture on X where, again, this could be tinfoil hat. I guess I'll put my tinfoil crown on. That looks like, I think they're talking about where the characters were looking, that there's something here that's missing. Supposedly. I don't know. But could happen. Happened in No Way Home. Just saying.
Nice flowers.
Oh, they're a housewarming gift.
I'm MJ.
I'm just a neighbor from across the hall.
Friendly neighbor.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Say the line. Say the line. Okay, maybe not. Okay, so July 31st. It looks okay. It looks better than any of the MCU movies right now. So Sony knows how to do a trailer. So will I go and see it? I'm not in a rush to go and see it. I know the trailer broke all kinds of records. I think it was viewed more than the GTA 6 trailer. I don't get it, but Chef Nation says, I think Daredevil is in it. Oh, really? Charlie Cox? See, Matt Murdock is in it. That might be cool. I'm sorry, y'all. I put Zendaya on the stream for y'all to watch. Let's go to the kick-ass ninja scene. Okay. I actually thought that was pretty cool. I don't know where they're coming from, but anyway, let's see what you folks in here have to say. He's getting his organic webbing. Oh, like Tobey Maguire's Peter Parker, Spider-Man. Okay. He's going through puberty. Soon he'll start thinking about women. Dante Drake says, please ask questions. Thank you. Yes, I will. I ask a lot of questions. Because if I'm watching a film like this, if my brain starts asking a lot of questions, I get pulled out of the experience, which is not good. That means I'm not invested in the storytelling. But yeah, I do. And a trailer should kind of do that. But I have more questions than wanting to be immersed in the trailer. So that's probably why eventually I probably will see this movie, but probably not the first week. I'm not. Mark freaking Ruffalo is in it. I'm for real. I can't deal with Mark Ruffalo. I can't. She looks like a Jets fan in Dubai. He'll find out that MJ might eat him after they mate. Supposed to be Scorpion. How come I don't remember Scorpion? I should remember that. I don't know why I don't remember that. Hey, Kronos, how you doing? Hey, Reina Creole, good seeing you. And Double A, yes, hello, says this movie has the potential to be slightly better than Superman 2025. Just my humble opinion. I am inclined to agree with you. No Way Home was so good. I was pleasantly surprised about how good it was. Again, they could have got a better MJ than Zendaya, but she was dating Tom Holland. I think they got married recently, so there is that. That's probably why she was in the film. Luke Goss and Benedict Cumberbatch are in it. Okay, so Doctor Strange is in it. I don't know who Luke Goss plays, but yeah, all I know is Tombstone. Oh, he's been casted to be in this film. Tombstone. Why does that name sound familiar? Something in my brain is telling me. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Lonnie Thompson Lincoln, aka Marvin Jones III, aka Condon from Black Lightning, is supposed to play Tombstone. That's why I remember that, because he was just darn. The casting was absolutely perfect. I'll show you guys. For those folks who did not watch Black Lightning, and you should, it was really good. This is who they got for Tombstone. I was like, okay. Perfect casting. So yeah, so there's that. So we got 62 of you folks in here watching. Thank you so very much. Let's move on to oh my gosh, to the Buffy reboot. So Sarah Michelle Gellar breaks her silence on the Buffy reboot cancellation, blaming it on one executive who's not a fan of the original. So we know that's a problem. A little bit of myself with history with Buffy. So when I was living out in Los Angeles, that's when they were still filming Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And I would see Sarah Michelle Gellar all the time in the Fashion Square Mall in Sherman Oaks. And I think it's still there. They filmed a lot of shows in that mall, including Malcolm in the Middle. Lots of shows that they filmed there. And one time I was actually in the Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf, and Sarah Michelle Gellar was in front of me. And when I told some friends, they were like, well, why didn't you ask me for an autograph? I'm like, she was there with her friends. I'm like, I'm gonna roll up on somebody and ask them for their darn autograph. They don't know me from a can of paint, you know. So I would see her all the time. All the time. Because I think she lived in Sherman Oaks and I lived in Encino. So eventually you start to see these same folks out and about to the point where it doesn't even like faze you. But let's see. No one saw this coming, including the head of Searchlight. I got the call as we were stepping on stage for the premiere of their own movie, and it's also the weekend Chloé Zhao going to the Oscars as a Best Director nominee for Hamnet. I do not care for Chloé Zhao's directing. The Eternals was such ass, I turned it off in 15 minutes. I will never go back and finish watching the Eternals. It was a hot mess. But once again, just like with Nia DaCosta, just like with a couple of other ones, you get these people who have very, very thin resumes for their work. And you give them a multi-million-dollar movie and they screw it up and somehow wind up failing up because of that. It's just ridiculous. But anyway, for them to call us on that Friday, what should have been Chloe's victory lap for an incredible film and my world premiere of something I worked very hard for, that says something. So what she's saying here is we had an executive on our show who was not only not a fan of the original, but was proud to constantly remind us that he had never seen the entirety of the series and how it wasn't for him. Kind of sounds a little familiar, doesn't it? Not a fan of the original. No, I'm not gonna watch the original. You know. That's very hard when you're taking a property as beloved as Buffy. Yes, not just to the world, but to me and Chloe. So that tells you the uphill battle that we have been fighting since day one, when your executive is literally proud to tell you that he didn't watch it. Okay, so you don't have to like something entirely to know if something is gonna work. If you're gonna do a reboot, don't you think you should pay attention to the source material? But you need to keep those separate. You know, if for some reason I didn't like Buffy and it wasn't for me, but if you could see the potential in the story, that would be different. But this is he said, she said. So who knows exactly what was said? However, clueless executives, this would not have been the first one to have that happen. Check Lucasfilm. Just saying. Just saying. And speaking, yes. Have any of y'all, okay, so this is going to be a Dragon Con memory. I'm pulling up. All right. So one year I went to Dragon Con. It was like at the height of the Buffy thing. The height of like a Buffy. I think Angel had been on for a couple of years as well. Somebody made the mistake of bringing James Marsters to the convention. People did not know how to freaking act. Okay, they acted like this dude was Spike. And I know Sarah Michelle Gellar used to talk a lot about how she would, meet some fans and they would talk to her like she was Buffy. And she's like, no, I'm Sarah. That is cool, Monkey D. But she worked on the original Buffy. I love that. One of my favorite episodes is Welcome to Hellmouth. I loved it. Izzo's Place, thank you so much for being a member for 24 months for 2 years. That is absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for the support. I appreciate it. 2 years of spice. Can't wait for years of more. Well, thank you. Thank you. Hopefully I'll be blessed enough to give it to you, God willing. Let's see, maybe stop trying to get a show. They think they're better than the source material, but they suck, so they can't make a good show nor create something new. Exactly. And I will say that Buffy in the later years, it kind of got really weird because I think the producer was going through some personal crap. I don't know. Show's not your therapy. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But yeah, they think they're better than the source material. Spike was the best character arc story ever told. That and Angels. I loved Spike's story. I really did. But James Marsters was cool. He was cool to meet. I think I got his autograph. I can't remember. This was back when conventions were not celebrity petting zoos, as Clownfish TV likes to say. It's kind of like, because MegaCon is in town this weekend. It's a celebrity petting zoo. I remember going to MegaCon when it was just this little sci-fi nerd con. We could barely fill up a hotel. And it got bigger and bigger, but still had that like fan feel to it. It's not like that. It's not like that anymore. Unfortunately. It's gotten way too big. So Sarah also says that the pilot on social media is not the real one. Let's take a listen. This is from Spuffy Latino over on X, original Buffy the Vampire Slayer fan page, Spike and Buffy fans. Some people like to ship Spike and Buffy together. I never did. Sometimes shippers freaking ruin everything. I could not deal with the ship. I couldn't. People just went nuts. But anyway, this is from Page 6 Radio. So let's listen to what she has to say here.
The Buffy cancellation. It really broke my heart. I know that it broke yours. And I guess Chloe's just like my one question is there a chance we could revive it in some way with a different home? I just hate how it was one dude who got in the way of this.
No, let it stay dead. To quote, and Dylan will get this, my horror fans will get this. To quote Pet Sematary, sometimes dead is better. Trying to recreate the magic that Buffy the Vampire Slayer show was, you're not gonna get that back. And supposedly with this leaked script, she only showed up in the last like 30 seconds of it. Anyway, here we go.
Like, ready or not, here I come. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Like,
also,
one dude ruining anything. If I had a nickel, yeah,
right. It's so.
There's a real.
She looks like cannot be anywhere else but here right now. One dude, really? Without Josh, you have no Buffy, no Angel, and no Firefly. Come on, man. Yeah, it's you can tell they're not really fans. Then again, this is Page 6, so this is Sirius FM. Okay, so it's not a nerd podcast that she's on. Because if it was a nerd podcast, sorry, a little chilly. If it was a nerd podcast, 99% of them would have had the same reaction that I did. Let it stay dead. If they're not respecting the source material, let it stay freaking dead. You know? The CW would have greenlit Buffy New Sunnydale. Yeah, they would have. They totally would have.
Really coded Buffy message there. I don't know anything is really the truth. I didn't know this was coming. I told you guys literally right when I heard. I heard that night. I made the video that night.
Because she's got a new movie coming out. Horror movie. I can't remember the name of it, but I know that's why she's making the rounds around Sirius Radio right now.
I sat on it for a night, and then I put it out the next day, and you know what I know.
Your fans appreciate so much how open you are with that.
I'm not normally the one that says everything, but in this instance, these fans, it's more than just a show, right? It's in our DNA. And
that's interesting. That shows just how much she's matured, because in the beginning, you know, when she was with Buffy, and of course, you know, people wanted her to go to convention, she was she really was overwhelmed. And at first I didn't get it. And then it's like, because I would see her at the mall, I'd see her out and about. And when I would tell my friends who were Buffy the Vampire Slayer, like rabid fans, like I didn't get into the show until later, but they were like, watch it every week, break down every week. When I told them that I saw Sarah Michelle Gellar on the regular, they're like basically saying, how come you didn't run her down and get her autograph? I'm like, because it's a personal freaking life. And why would you want to do that just because you see a show that they're on? You know? But anyway, I can see now with the nuance now, it's like kind of understanding, you know, yes, they do have passion, you know, for it. Some of them have no boundaries, but that's the 10% of the fandom that causes 90% of the problems.
I think it deserves respect. And when I don't see it being given the respect, then I have to stand up for that, because that's important to me.
That. Yeah.
So you guys know, I mean, I you know what I know.
No,
yeah, I hope the pilot leaks somehow, because I want to
hope
see
it
it
doesn't.
so bad.
I actually hope it
really?
doesn't,
Okay.
because
this is some tea. Yes, National, like, this is some tea.
then everyone's going to have an opinion on this and that. And pilots are not finished. It wasn't done.
Okay.
We made a pilot on purpose because there's some new characters, there's some new, you know, and you want to see how it goes. And there's things you learn from it. And there's things you fix. Usually a pilot doesn't air in its entirety ever. And so
which is true. There's pilot season, and the pilot is basically what is shot to shop it to the networks and say, hey, you like this, you like the concept, and they basically use it to get orders of episodes for the show. So then you take that pilot and you may take bits and pieces of it. You may use it and write extra onto it to create other episodes. But the job of the pilot is to sell the show. So you don't show how all the sausage is made with the pilot. You just make people interested to know how the sausage is made. If that makes sense. Later, Charles. If that makes sense, because that's what it is. When I lived in LA, I had actor friends who, man, every time it was pilot season, they were like blowing up their agent's phone. You know, can I get in this pilot? Can I get work on this pilot? Because that's what you want. You want to get work on a pilot, get your name and your face out there, and have them order the show. Because if they order episodes of the show, there's a good chance you're getting cast for that show. Or they may see the pilot and they may say, yeah, it's all great, but you need to lose that one person and cast somebody else. So that can happen as well.
use that information to then it's a learning tool. So you can, I mean, the original Buffy pilot was nothing to do with the show on the first time.
Gotcha. Okay.
It was different. Willow. I mean, it's a very different show.
Right. I guess that
but
makes
those are
sense.
learning tools, and that's what a pilot is. And so in this day and age, I know I've seen a version of the script out there. It's not actually correct.
Oh, okay.
That stuff is really.
Sarah's saying it's not correct. I mean, people are out there saying that they have copies of the script supposedly leaked. Hasn't been verified. I've seen pages of it, around on the internet, but it's just like, how do you really get the script for that?
Unfortunate. And I ask fans, if you see scripts, if you see it leaked, don't watch it, because you're not getting our visions and all of that.
And it will do more of a disservice to them.
It would.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That
But I
does
know
make
also,
Just go, you know what? There's two things you can do. If you want to make this right now, there's two things people can do. You can go stream Buffy.
Yeah.
Go watch it.
Right.
Go see my movie.
Okay.
Go
yeah.
see the movie. Like, go buy a ticket. Like that's what you can do right now.
Mhm.
That's
Go stream Buffy, go watch her movie, And yes, she does still look great. Absolutely. She does. Again, like I say, I have a special place in my heart for Sarah Michelle Gellar, because I used to see her all the time, practically, when I lived in LA. So I had to talk about that. Plus, it was cool because I moved to LA just when they were shooting, more seasons of Buffy, and all of my nerd friends were geeking out. This was also around the time I had drive-on privileges into the Paramount lot when they were shooting DS9 and Voyager, and I think Star Trek Insurrection at the same time. But yep. Reina said this reboot needs to die. We don't want it. No one wants to see it. I shouldn't say no one wants to see it. And the one exec at Hulu, God bless him. Because right now, pretty much 95% of what Disney touches is turning to crap. So, especially with Buffy, don't leave it alone. Leave it alone. It's not for you. Leave it alone. Absolutely. So there are 67 of you in here between YouTube and X. I am so glad you're all here. Let's see. Yes. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Let's go to the next topic, shall we? What I like to call hashtag the Reina was right. Let's see. Can we take a moment to applaud Star Trek for not being in production and post-production this year so far? Yes, let's do that. I'm so glad there is absolutely no Star Trek being produced. They should have just did Picard season 3 and let it go. Because oh my God, don't get me. You can go watch the video. You can watch the video, because I fell on that grenade and I watched those 2 episodes of Star Trek Starfleet Academy. If you think that show is great, you're either taking too many drugs and not enough. Too little drugs and not enough. It's absolutely ridiculous. I don't even want to ever see that again. But moving on here to entertainment television. So Oscars 2026 winners announced. See the full list, including a no-show winner, historic first, and Michael B. Jordan. Well, your girl has been making predictions about the movie Sinners, even when some folks out here in these pop culture streets were saying that Sinners was overrated. Really. And I said that it was going to win some Oscars. I don't know which ones at the time, but after seeing the film, I'm just like, it's gonna get an Oscar. It's totally gonna get an Oscar. As for what, I don't know. But then I had to sit down and think about it. Knowing what I know about the Academy and how it votes, keep this in mind, because patterns matter. One, this is the same Academy that gave Best Picture to Driving Miss Daisy instead of Do the Right Thing. It's the same Academy that gave the Best Picture award to Annie Hall and not Star Wars, aka A New Hope. This is the same Academy that gave the Best Actor award to Denzel Washington, not for Malcolm X, but for Training Day. Because the people who vote in the Academy are usually out of touch. Not that being majority white is the issue. The issue is you have these people voting who have no idea what us folks out here in the ether like to watch. Now, the landscape has changed because the production model has changed. How many movies being produced by likes of Netflix, Amazon? That's all people talk about. And not many people are going to the theater like they used to because the movies are crap. And how many times have you seen movies nominated for Best Picture that no one, when I say no one, I mean us, us poor folks out here who go to the theater. We're like, I've never heard of that movie. I've never seen that movie. How the heck is it getting nominated? I don't understand that. I really don't. Mighty Quinn, that was a good movie. Okay. That movie was so amazing. It was great. Denzel was snubbed for Best Supporting Actor for his performance in Philadelphia. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. The Academy likes to vote for films that make them feel good. Films that they can virtue signal with. Films that make them feel like they're a good person. Films that basically broadcast to the rest of the world, we know better than you do. And once you understand that mentality, you'll understand why I picked certain picks that I did. Let's see. Real question, do you think they would have given Heath Ledger an Oscar if he didn't sadly pass away? No. Batman is a superhero film. Hollywood looks at superhero films as pedantic, pedestrian, and something that the hoi polloi out here would watch. Go look up the term hoi polloi. Like my mom would say, if you didn't understand a word, go look it up in the dictionary. That's a good one to use. And it captures it perfectly. These people live in a bubble that's bound by La Brea to the east, the 101 to the north, and the 405 to the west. They don't really go, and Sunset Boulevard to the south. They do not go out of that box bubble. They do not. So let's go through some of the winners, and I'll let you know what my predictions were and how they came true. And pretty much they all did. Best Picture. The winner is One Battle After Another. Now, one of the biggest predictions that I made was that One Battle After Another would get Best Picture and Sinners would get Best Original Screenplay. Why? Because Best Picture is the biggest virtue signal for the Academy. Now, if the Academy has a choice between a film that really, really does make white men look evil and horrible and disgusting and lousy fathers, you're going to go with One Battle After Another, as opposed to in Sinners, where you have plenty of black male characters and one black male character who cannot get over the death of his baby. That's like fundamental to his character. And the interesting thing is, One Battle After Another had no black men in it. 0 black men in it. And some of the most disgusting racial banter I've ever heard. And it's pretty obvious that no black people worked on that darn movie. And the fetishization of black women in that movie, One Battle After Another, repulsive. So repulsive that I did not even finish watching this movie, One Battle After Another. So tell me in the chat and tell me in the comments if you suffered through all of One Battle After Another. Let's see. I think Leonardo DiCaprio's character, who I actually did like him. His character, okay, did he get the code right? And if he got the code wrong, did he catch a bullet in the head? Because I believe that Bob actually caught a bullet in the head, because it proved that her mother, who was black, kept secrets and did not trust him. Didn't trust Bob. Hence the message: white men cannot be trusted. I'm wondering if anybody actually, I fell on that grenade and watched it until I could not watch it anymore. So I'm wondering if I'm right with how I figured that out. How Sean Penn got an Academy Award? No, the Academy loves him. You know. Plus, he never went full retard, and I am Sam. You know, just saying. But I was hoping that prediction would not come true, but it did. And One Battle After Another is no, absolutely. You want to talk about a problematic film? That film is freaking problematic. And it's based on a book, so it won also for Best Adapted Screenplay, I believe. I would love to know what the original races of those characters are, because I smell a race swap in that. Best Director, Paul Thomas Anderson for One Battle After Another. I do not think that directing was better than Sinners. I really don't. But I knew it was going to go to this guy, because he was saying all the right stuff and all the woke nonsense and hate Trump, TDS, blah, 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 that and the other thing. Yeah. So the fact that he won over Ryan Coogler tells you what you need to know about the Academy. And it's more of, because I know some people are like, well, I don't watch the Oscars. Yeah, most people don't watch the Oscars. But you learn a lot of what's going on in the Hollywood machine when you watch these things. I don't watch it. I just watch the tweets on X. That's how I've always watched it. I think the only time that I sat down and I watched a chunk of the Oscars was when RRR got nominated for best choreography or something like that, best song. Yeah, that's the only reason why I watched, and the only reason why a lot of other people were watching too. That was it. Best actor, of course, Michael B. Jordan for Sinners. He was going to win that, he played Smoke and Stack, 2 characters so well. I thought Michael B. Jordan had a twin. His performance was amazing, and he's got such a storied career. It's absolutely amazing. So glad he won. And then he walked down to the In-N-Out Burger across from Hollywood High School. I have been to that In-N-Out Burger. to just go there and chill and eat. Some people said that was a publicity stunt. Not really. It's literally 5 minutes away. There's In-N-Out Burger. I think Pinky's Hot Dogs is down there, and Fat Burger is too. It's been a while. Literally right there within walking distance. So that's where he thought he had to go. Best Actress winner Jessie Buckley, Hamlet. I did not watch Hamlet. Kate Hudson was in Song Sung Blue. That looked good, although I haven't had a chance to watch it. But she looked good. Best Supporting Actor, Benicio del Toro, and they had Sean Penn. I didn't see Sentimental Value. Jacob was good in Frankenstein. He was. I liked his performance. Delroy Lindo killed it in Sinners. I don't think Sean Penn deserved to get this award, but they gave it to him anyway because it's actually Benicio del Toro was the better supporting actor in one battle after another. That probably sounds controversial, but I'm going to say it. Benicio del Toro's character was actually hilarious. He was good, and Leonardo DiCaprio were good in it. But I do not think that Sean Penn deserved to have that one for one battle after another. But the Academy loves Sean Penn, and he's been around for a long time. I was not impressed with his performance whatsoever. He just played the stereotypical MAGA white dude that you love to hate. That's pretty much it. Seriously. That was it. Yeah, basically Sean Penn just played himself. Pretty much is exactly what he did, Completely it. Let's see, Best Supporting Actress. Okay, we all knew this was going to happen. Amy Madigan for Weapons. Now, I don't know who these other people are. Well, yeah, I do. Teyana Taylor, she was all right. I mean, her character was very two-dimensional, and frankly, I didn't give a crap about her. I really didn't. And her character in that film had to be one of the worst portrayals of motherhood ever. It was like motherhood was a chore for her. She wasn't that good. Not Best Supporting Actress good. Wunmi Masako, she was good in Sinners, but not Best Supporting Actress good. Amy Madigan killed it. That character, Aunt Gladys, freaked me out. And I'm a hard person to freak out. But in Weapons, that chick was, oh my gosh, Aunt Gladys. Oh, she freaked me out. Oh my gosh, I got a Bash raid. You guys are amazing. Please do tell Bash I said hello and thank you so much for the raid. I'm so glad all you guys are here. I sure do appreciate that. Bash has his own channel. He's doing park stuff over on his channel. You got to check him out. Maybe one day I can get him on my channel. I know he's kind of busy. Kit Kat, so good to see you. Yes, welcome Raiders. Welcome indeed. So glad to see all of you here. We love supporting each other in this community. So welcome. Yeah, somebody said any good movies. Weapons was good. Weapons was good. Sinners was good. Frankenstein was good. But Weapons was crazy. That movie kept me guessing, and ooh, Aunt Gladys. Ah, that's all I'm gonna say. She creeped me the heck out. Amy Madigan killed that. International feature. I don't care about that. I really don't. Best animated feature. Okay, if you're surprised, you have not been paying attention. This was always going to win. Arco, I really heard about that. Ilio, that movie, that trailer sucked. That movie did not do good. There was nothing interesting about it whatsoever, which is a shame to say that about a Pixar film. Little Amelie, or the character of Rain. I don't know what that one is. Zootopia 2, I haven't seen yet. I wanted to. I heard it was good, but let's face it, it was nothing like K-pop Demon Hunters. That thing showed up on Netflix and exploded like a bomb. I didn't think it was going to be all that good, and I watched it and I was so hooked. It has such crazy rewatchability. They put it in the theaters. The Rumi cosplay was the most popular costume for Halloween. Was merch out. It's insane. That phenomenon was not gonna die down. As soon as I heard Golden, I knew that sucker was a banger. Every time it comes on my Spotify playlist, I can't help but sing to it. It's catchy. It's I don't know what. And it's something you can sit there and watch with your kids and not worry about what propaganda might be coming your way. It's safe for the kids to watch. There may be a little some characters that'll freak you out, like the cat that reminds me of the Cheshire Cat, and I love it. I love it. I love it. Hello, 21 Royale with cheese. Welcome, 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 welcome. Good seeing you. Good seeing you. Frankenstein was really good. Love it. I told you. Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein killed it. I said it's gonna win for definitely gonna win for best costume design. And actually, let me get down there. Best documentary. I didn't really care about that one. Best original screenplay, and this is what I said. Ryan Coogler was going to get it. That's the Consolation Award. So that's the one where the Academy's like, well, we couldn't give you Best Picture because you're a little too edgy for us. So we'll give you Best Original Screenplay. It's basically the silver medal. We'll call it the silver Oscar. That's what it is. That's the thing. If the Academy has a choice between a film that they can't ignore because Sinners killed it at the box office, they could not ignore that. Ryan Coogler's attached to so many other people, of course, Disney being one of them. Warner Brothers is giving this guy control of his film back in 25 years. That is unheard of. But no one really thought it was going to do good, including Variety, which said this movie is not going to, shame it's not going to make its budget back. Word got out. Sinners actually, it didn't have a drop. It increased, I think, by 25% or something like that. And no film had ever done that. So they had to give him something because he's too high up there in Hollywood now. So had to give him something. So they gave him Best Original Screenplay. But you know what? I'll take it because that proves he actually knows how to write. Unlike Kevin Feige. I'm saying. Best Adapted Screenplay. So you know what? It should have went to Guillermo del Toro for Frankenstein. I read Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. It's one of my favorites. Camera Girl, not only did she read it, but I think for one of her creative writing classes, they had to write like a monster story, and she based it off of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. Guillermo del Toro has been working on that film for years. Like if you see the behind the scenes specials on Netflix about like everything he did behind the scenes, like with the costume direction, with, you know, documenting exactly how he wanted to tell the story of Frankenstein. It was so well done. I'm mad I didn't get to see it in the theater. So this really should have gone to Guillermo del Toro, but it had to go to how would I call him? I'll call him that progressive old white guy in Hollywood. Yes, that's exactly what this is. So it went to him. Best adapted screenplay, which I think was BS. Best casting. No, that should have went to Francine Maisler for Sinners, because the casting in Sinners was just on freaking point. Absolutely on point. I didn't see Marty Supreme, so I can't opine on that. I heard that it was good, but I never got a chance to see it. But one bet, no. The only two people who were cast well in that film was Leonardo DiCaprio and Benicio del Toro. That was it. The other characters, I didn't give a crap about them. And that's probably why I couldn't finish watching One Battle After Another, because I think I know what happened to Leonardo DiCaprio's character. That was the only one I felt bad for. That was the only character that seemed to have any freaking common sense, even though he was stoned out of his mind. You know. Let's see. Best film editing. Nah. I haven't seen F1, but F1 would have been a good contender. Sinners, definitely. That scene in the juke joint, the way that was filmed and the way that they edited it, it was just perfect. So if anything, it should have been between F1 and Sinners. But then again, One Battle After Another. I had to give him that one. Had to give that one. Hey, MJ, good to see you. Oh, who's Mr. Maya Rudolph? Is that the guy who did One Battle After Another? The director? Let me know. I'm behind on my celebrity marriages. Warner Brothers did good, very good, winning some Oscars. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. The second after the Oscars ended, the Scary Movie account posted a poster with their ghost face dressed as Gladys. I can't wait for Scary Movie 6. I can't. It's going to be, oh my gosh, people are going to lose it laughing in there so much. Hey, MJ, good seeing you, my dear. Good seeing you and Amanda Pizzolatto as well. Good seeing you guys. Welcome. That is the director of One Battle After Another, is Maya Rudolph's husband. Okay, and there it is. There it is. Hollywood is more like a small town. Everybody knows everybody else. Everybody knows everybody else's business. There are no secrets in Hollywood. There are not. So Maya's been on Saturday Night Live for I don't know how long. She's done countless movies. Two of my favorites that she was in, Grown Ups and Idiocracy, especially Idiocracy. That was actually pretty cool. Okay, so best production design. Yes, definitely Frankenstein. That movie looks so good on Netflix. It looked like it should have been in a theater. Did a proper theater run, because the quality of everything was just gorgeous. The set design, the music, especially the costuming, which brings me to this one because I called it. Now, Ruth Carter has had, I don't know how many Oscars. She's got so many Oscars. She's probably using them for like coat hangers or something like that because she's had so many. So I said, this is the case of Ruth Carter has won so many Oscars that for her to miss one wouldn't really be that big of a deal. Probably is to her, but not really. But Frankenstein should have won. Well, sorry, they did win. Sorry. They did win. The costuming and Erica can attest to this. The costuming in the Frankenstein, in Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein, is, I mean, chef's kiss. It is so detailed. And the behind the scenes thing that they did, where they talk about, the costuming and how it goes, and how the costume director, Kate Hawley, would talk with Guillermo del Toro and she'd show him like examples and he'd, give her feedback and all of that. I loved watching her part in the behind the scenes for Frankenstein. Definitely watch that course. That's on Netflix too. Got to watch it. She had like fabric samples and one of the dresses was actually a duplicate of a leaf pattern. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Let's see. Best makeup and hairstyling. Yes. Frankenstein, especially the new Frankenstein monster. Stunning. Absolutely stunning. So I knew they were going to win costume design and makeup and hairstyling. I knew they were going to win that. Totally knew they were going to win that. Let's see. It is off the chain. Beautiful. Yes. So gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Absolutely. You have to go back and see it. Why is everyone caring about the word BS thing? Because some of us want to. And here's the thing. A lot of these award winners are for films that people actually saw. And not only that, but films that were not produced in the studio system. And that's the shift that a lot of people aren't seeing. Well, Hollywood knows it because they're in death throes with that. They've got like one foot in the grave and another on a banana peel. You got these films coming out from Netflix, Amazon, other places, films that people actually want to see and they actually support. So that's why. That's why. That's why. But that's me. I bear no ill will to people who are just like, bump them award shows. I get it. Trust me, I do. You do you. Best original song. As much as I lied to you. As much as I loved it, I said it was not going to win because K-pop Demon Hunters was going to win. Golden is such a freaking banger. I lied to you as a banger too, but K-pop Demon Hunters is more of a family film and it's a pop song. And I tell you, it is, like I said, it's a banger. It's a total banger, So I knew that was going to win. Totally knew that was going to win. And not upset that Sinners didn't win for that one because you had to pick. It was always going to be K-pop Demon Hunters. It's always going to be Golden. Yes, absolutely. I recognize some of the nominees. I haven't seen them all, but I had at least heard of them. And horror movies were at 3 out of the 4 most: Weapons, Sinners, K-pop Demon Hunters, and Frankenstein. And I've seen all 4. And I really wish I hadn't seen one bad one. That was freaking horrible. Go K-pop Demon Hunters. Yes. And they are doing a sequel. They are doing a sequel to K-pop Demon Hunters. I think that's coming out with 2028, 29. Maybe. They're not rushing it. And they don't need to. They're still eating off of the first one. And do you know they're actually going to do like a worldwide tour? I mean, it's not Huntrix, but we'll say Huntrix cover performers. They're going to do world tour. They're going to make so much freaking money off of that. Don't need to worry about it. I just wanted a reason I'm not banned. No, you're not. No, you're not. You politely ask me a question. I politely give you an answer. It's okay. I don't tell people what they should or should not watch on this show. That is none of my business. I just tell you what I like to watch. Hello, Jordan Belize. Why is everyone obsessed with the Buffy reboot getting canceled? Okay, you're going to have to scrub back to find out why. I'm personally obsessed with that. I did hear about the Sonic the Hedgehog 4 casting news. I have a... If you would have seen all the things that I had for Hot Topics, we would be here for like another 2 hours. But yes, Sonic the Hedgehog casting news came out. Jim Carrey is going to be back. I think Ben Kingsley was going to be casting there too. But anyway, that's why I have you guys in the chat. Because when I miss stuff, you bring it up. So thank you, Jordan, for bringing that up. I watched all the Sonic movies. I cannot wait to see Amy Rose. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Yes. Best original score. I called this. I said it was going to be Sinners. One battle after another. That soundtrack got on my nerves. It really did. It pissed me off. Frankenstein. It is tough because the music was good in that too, but Ludwig Göransson, he has been killing it. He was actually roommates with Ryan Coogler at USC. So I knew Ludwig was going to win. He won for The Mandalorian. He won for oh my gosh, Oppenheimer. This dude, he's a machine. He's totally a machine. He's giving Hans Zimmer actually a run for his money. Ludwig Göransson and Ramin Djawadi, who scored Game of Thrones, a couple other things too. Keep an eye out on those two. John Williams is still the GOAT. Okay, then you got Hans Zimmer, and then you've got Ramin Djawadi and Ludwig Göransson, kind of like they're together. He's freaking awesome. Breast sound. I didn't have a pick for this one, but I'm not surprised that it went to F1. That's a movie I haven't seen yet that I've wanted to see is F1. And the trailer that I saw in the theater, the sound was incredible. You felt like you were literally on the track, on the track. Hey, Erica, I wish I could stay longer. I'm struggling to stay awake. Good night, everyone. I'm trying to make it up. I'm trying to wrap it up because I need to eat dinner and go to sleep because I'm going to Epic Universe tomorrow. And I have to get up. I have to get there. I have to get there early. I'm going to be there early and stay late. I'm going to Super Nintendo World tomorrow. I can't wait. I can't wait. Best visual effects. Well, the Avatar, yeah, because that's pretty much all the Avatar movies are good for is visual effects. It's pretty much it. So, not surprised. Avatar got that one. Sinners, I would have loved to have gotten, but James Cameron, you're not James Cameron nominated film. Not working. Best live action short. I have no idea what that was. Animated short. I have no idea what that was. Documentary. I didn't. The honorary ones. Humanitarian award is Dolly Parton. So, for the most part, actually, all of the predictions that I made came true. Like I said, one of the things that you have to remember about the Academy is that they like to vote for movies that make them feel good. One battle after another made them feel good. Like, we're doing something, we're helping, these bad white people and these poor black women who don't know what it is that they're doing. That makes them feel good. A film about original black characters that go back to a time in history where black people were struggling and barred from being part of polite society, a polite integrated society, wrapped up in a vampire flick where the head villain, the vampire, gives the ultimate solution. Just like, you join us, we can be all one big happy family. I'm honest with you. KKK member who, I sucked his blood and everything, they're going to come here and kill you tomorrow. Dude was like, yeah, they really are. Something else. But we can't have stories be recognized by Hollywood that show black characters with their own agency. We can't have that. Because the Academy, that doesn't make them feel good. There is very uncomfortable history in that time period, especially given that the KKK was funded by Democrats. That's problematic to the Academy. So to give Sinners Best Picture would be to acknowledge that old stain of blood. But can't have that. Can't have that. Academy members have to sleep soundly knowing that, or thinking that, for such good people, look, we nominated one battle after another. Isn't it great? Just like we nominated Driving Miss Daisy. Yeah. Whatever. I bring this stuff up to show you we know Hollywood are hypocritical at best. But the awards show shows put it all on display to see, which is why the viewership is in the darn toilet. So there we go. So anyway, and let me just say, y'all said Sinners was overrated, and it won a bunch of Oscars. Let me know how you want your crow prepared. I will do it for you. Anyway, I'm only going to play a little bit of this because I don't want to get claimed by Afroman. And there's some really bad words in it. It is the end of the stream anyway, so I don't really worry about it. But this is Randy. This is Sheriff Randy, who Afroman was talking about. Why does he kind of remind me of Trump? I'm expecting him to do it. I need that outfit. And that funk groove is something else.
Randy Walters is the son of a bitch. Yeah.
And that's all I can play. That is all I can play. If you want to watch it, you can go ahead and watch it on YouTube. Oh my gosh. It didn't. Tell you. It's something else. Something else. Well, you are very, very welcome. Very, very welcome, Chloé Zhao. I sure do appreciate you guys enjoying the show. I love to make you laugh. I love to make you think. I love being a happy pop culture warrior, as Andrew Breitbart was known to say. He was also known to say, "If you can't sell freedom and liberty, you suck." And I 100% agree. So, you guys take care. Thank you so much for watching and supporting the channel. I sure do appreciate that. If you're watching this on a replay, please do hit that like button. Make sure you are subscribed, and let me know in the comments what was your favorite part of the show. I would love to hear from you. Good night, everyone. Much love. Be blessed. Take care. Bye.
All right, everyone. Let's tidy things up.
Autobots, start your engines!
Not under the rug.
We'll keep singing without fail, otherwise we'd spoil it.
Ready, Prime. Let's roll.
Hosing down the garbage pail and scrubbing up the toilet.
That's all, folks.
You're still here. It's over. Go home.